Hello and good day to all the beautiful melanin people of the world. Happy New Year. It's 2022. We survived 2021 and it seems like we did pretty good. But there's some very interesting things that happened in 2021. Very interesting things. I mean, last year around this time, in 2021, Trump supporters tried to overthrow the U.S. government by marching on the state's capital. Well, anyway, since we're on the subject of coups and overthrowing governments, there's a place called Wilmington, North Carolina. That is supposed to be the only coup on record where a mob came in and overthrew an elected government. There was melanin people that ruled that city at that time. That year was 1898. To this day, that coup has gone unrecognized. The government does not care. Nobody looks into it. It's not even in the history books. And that was actually a coup. They killed most of the officials and townspeople. They burned down most of the town. They put themselves in office. And everything went fine. Nothing was done. Okay. Well, here we are this year. You all know Kyle Rittenhouse. Oh, I should say Officer Rittenhouse. As soon as he turns 18, they're going to want him to join the police force. They're going to say he's a red-blooded American. They're going to say we need men like you who can kill at will without any remorse. Those are the kind of people that they're looking for. Don't be surprised if Kyle Rittenhouse is not a police officer when he turns 18. He may even become mayor. He may even become Governor Rittenhouse. Who knows? He may even become President Rittenhouse. Those are the kind of people that they make heroes out of. Remember all the statues that were torn down in the U.S.? When everybody tore down the statues of all these so-called heroes, you know what those people did? Those so-called heroes? They massacred hundreds of thousands of people, wiped out families, raped people. That's what they did, and they became heroes. So I'm not surprised that Kyle Rittenhouse is now a hero. He goes to audiences and he has a standing ovation. He's making all kinds of money. Isn't that nice? There's another case, the Ahmaud Arbery case. You see the three men that ran him down and killed him? They were just doing what comes natural. It's a family tradition. It was passed down generation after generation. You notice it was father and son and a neighbor. They ran him down with their trucks, cornered him, and killed him. But in the past, you know what they used to do? They didn't have a shotgun then. They used to have a rope. That's what they used to have. And who knows how many times they've done that already. But you guess what? It took 400 years to finally convict a father and son of doing something that these people have been doing for the last 400 years. And I'm happy to see that. Then there's another case that came up in 2021 of a guy in New York City. What's his name? Christopher Belter or something like that was his name, I think. Anyway, he was accused of raping 3 young girls, aged 17, 18, and 20, I believe, in his mansion in upstate New York. So he's a wealthy guy. Anyway, the case went to court. He was found guilty. The judge in that case decided that, you know what? I'm not going to send this guy to prison. I'm going to give him 8 years probation. And he was found guilty of raping not 1 girl underage, but 3. He got 8 years probation. Those are the kind of things that happens in America. Those are the kind of things that happen. And what really bothers me is, where are the watchdogs? Where's the governor of the state? Where's the mayor? Where are all the people in charge to say, wait a minute, because this case is public, huh? It's been all over the internet. Everybody knows about it. But yet not one official in the government has said, wait a minute, that's not right. Let's look into this thing and find out what's happening with this judge. You know what the story is of that judge? That guy's family are very wealthy people. They probably helped that judge get elected to office. So when that case came up, he just had to do what he had to do. He probably has lunch and dinner with the family all the time. So that's why it went that way. If it was anybody else, they would have gotten 15 years, easy. 15 years. That's what they would have gotten. There would have been no probation, nothing. But in America, you know, like I always say, when it comes to their own, they smooth everything over. That same town that I mentioned in Wilmington, North Carolina, there were 3 veteran officers that were talking in their car, and it was taped. And the tape leaked out that they were talking about, they can't wait for a race war. They can't wait. They said, oh, I can't wait so we could wipe those N-words off the map. That'll set them back about 2 or 3 generations. That's what they said. These guys are veteran officers. Some of them been on the force 25 to 30 years. You know what happened to them? So a spokesman got on the television, and the chief of police got on the television and said, well, you know what? These officers have been fired. But that's not enough. Who knows what crimes they committed in the 30 years that they were on the force? That's what nobody looks into. Every case that these officers were involved in should be thrown out. Everybody should be released. You know why? Because they're crooked, they're racist, and they've been doing this thing forever. So when you fire a police officer, that is supposed to mean that, hey, he's punished. Okay, then. That means every regular citizen that commits a crime, instead of going to jail, let's just say, oh, he's been fired from his job. I guess that would be justice, huh? No, but that only works for them. They say, oh, he's been fired, and that's supposed to mean, oh, that's terrible punishment. They need to lock them all up. If these guys got 10 years and 15 years for a crime they didn't commit, the officer that lied about it should get 10 or 15 years combined with all the cases. He should get the same damn thing, but it doesn't happen. They don't do that. I tell you, when you put on that uniform in America, you are protected. Derek Chauvin was found guilty. And now he's serving 22 and a half years in prison. But who knows what Derek Chauvin did on the 26 years that he was on the force? He's a veteran officer. That's probably not the first time he put his knees on somebody, necked him, and killed him. We don't know. You understand? These people are not doing anything new. It's a family tradition. This thing is passed down. These people are doing it. Father, son, grandfather, grandson. These things are passed down from the 1800s. That's why they do these things. And when they get caught, everybody says, oh, that was just one crime. It wasn't much. Man, they've been doing that shit from the very beginning. Their grandfather was doing it. Their father was doing it. Their great-grandfather was doing the same damn thing. And that's the problem with America. They don't go back and check anything when it comes to them. But if it's somebody else, oh, they'll arrest the entire family. They'll arrest your grandparents if they have to. That's how they do it. Well, anyway, Happy New Year. We'll see how everything goes for 2022. Signing out.